Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Tom and Julia, the place where we help you not only learn English, but grow through it.
Every week, we talk about the real-life side of learning English, the confidence, the mindset, and how it shapes your life beyond grammar and vocabulary.
Today's episode is one of my favorites, How Speaking English Opens New Opportunities. Because honestly, English isn't just a language, it's a bridge to people, to ideas, and sometimes to a version of yourself you haven't met yet.
And you don't need perfect English to experience that. You just need to use it. Even a few words can open doors you didn't know were there. You know, Julia, something interesting I've noticed is a lot of people already speak English quite well. They've studied for years, passed exams, maybe even watched hundreds of videos. But somehow, they still feel like English hasn't changed their life yet.
Yes, I see that all the time too. People say, I've learned English for 10 years, but I still don't feel confident. Or, I can't see any real benefit. It's like there's an invisible wall between knowing English and using it.
Right. That wall, I think, is the fear of not being ready. So many learners tell themselves, I'll start speaking when I'm fluent, or I'll apply for that job when my accent is better.
But that moment never really comes, right? Because the truth is, fluency isn't what opens opportunities. Courage does. Even imperfect English can change your life if you dare to use it.
Exactly. Some people wait until they're perfect. Others start while they're still learning. And they're the ones who grow faster. Because every real conversation, every connection, gives you feedback no classroom ever could.
It's like learning to swim. You can study all the techniques, watch videos, read books, but at some point, you have to get in the water.
That's so true. And when you finally do, you realize the water isn't as scary as you thought. In fact, it's where the real learning begins.
I love that. Because once you use English in a real-world way, even just a little, you start to see how it connects you to people, to ideas, to possibilities you didn't know existed.
Yes, that's the moment English stops being just a subject and starts being a skill for life. And that's what we want to explore today. How speaking English can truly open new doors, not just in your career, but in the way you see yourself.
So, if you've ever felt stuck between learning and living English, this episode is for you. Because we'll show you how to cross that invisible wall, step by step.
I remember a student of mine. Her name was Anna. She was shy, quiet, always afraid to speak. But one day, she joined a small English online group, just 5 people from different countries.
Oh, I love those stories. What happened?
At first, she barely spoke, but week by week, she started sharing more. Her thoughts, her culture, her life. Then one day, someone from that group offered her a freelance job helping translate social media posts.
Wow, that's such a perfect example. One small choice, to speak, led to a new skill, a new job, and a new level of confidence.
Exactly. That one yes changed how she saw herself. And I think that's what English does. It teaches you courage, not just grammar.
That's beautiful. Because it's not the words that open doors, it's your willingness to use them. You know, when we say English gives you opportunities, people often think about big things: jobs, travel, studying abroad. But opportunities can be tiny too.
Right. Like making a new friend online, joining a global community, understanding a song deeply, or watching a TED Talk that changes your perspective.
Or even being able to text someone in English confidently. That's already a door opening. Because every time you use English, you're choosing to connect.
And those small connections can lead to big ones. I met one of my closest friends because we shared a conversation about a book in English. That chat became a friendship that's lasted years.
See? English isn't just communication, it's connection. It's a way to find people who inspire you, even if they live across the world.
And maybe that's the biggest opportunity of all. To realize the world isn't as big or as scary as we think.
I think learning English teaches you more about yourself than about language. You face your fears of speaking, of being judged, of making mistakes.
Yeah. Every hello, every sorry, can you repeat that? It's a moment of growth. You're not just improving your English, you're improving your courage.
I once heard a quote: "A language is not just words, it's a way of seeing the world." When you start thinking in English, you start thinking differently.
Absolutely. You start to realize that your ideas matter, your voice matters, no matter the accent or level. And when you speak, you step into a bigger version of yourself.
That's so true. English becomes a mirror, showing you how brave you can be when you try.
Okay, let's make this real for our listeners. How can someone create new opportunities through English, starting today?
I love this part. Here are a few simple ways. First, join one English-speaking space online. It could be a Reddit community, a Discord server, or a book club. Start commenting, even just one line a day.
Second, use English to learn something new. If you're into photography, business, fitness, follow English creators. You'll learn two things at once: the skill and the language.
Third, make English part of your creative life. Start a small Instagram account where you post captions in English, not to show off, but to express yourself.
Fourth, say yes to small chances. If someone invites you to a Zoom chat, a study group, or even to help review an English post, say yes. You never know which moment will change your direction.
And fifth, remember that every step counts. Opportunities don't always appear suddenly. They grow quietly through daily use.
You know, Julia, one of the most powerful shifts happens when English stops being something you study and starts being something you use to build your world.
Yes, because that's when it becomes real. When English turns into your tool for expressing ideas, building relationships, or even chasing dreams.
I remember one of my students, Min, from Vietnam. He told me he had studied English for more than 10 years, grammar, vocabulary, even pronunciation, but he never dared to actually use it outside class.
Oh, what changed?
One day, he decided to start volunteering online, helping translate small documents for an international government. His English wasn't perfect, but he said something that really touched me. I realized English didn't have to be perfect to be useful. It just had to connect me.
That's beautiful. And that's when opportunities start showing up. Not because of perfect language, but because of connection. People notice your effort, your kindness, your willingness to show up.
Exactly. It's like English becomes a key, not just to jobs, but to friendships, to new ways of thinking. And when you start using it, the world suddenly feels bigger.
I've felt that too. When I started working with people from other countries, English became the bridge that let me understand so many perspectives. It's not just a skill, it's a doorway to empathy, creativity, and growth.
And maybe that's the real opportunity English gives us. The chance to become someone who listens better, understands deeper, and sees further.
So if you're listening right now, maybe start small. Join an online community. Write one comment in English today. Send a message. Record your thoughts. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Just let your ideas flow.
Because when you speak, you create. You create trust, connection, and possibility. Every time you use English, you're shaping a new version of yourself. More open, more confident, more global.
I love that. And maybe the next opportunity is already waiting. Just one conversation away.
Yes. Sometimes the world doesn't change in a single moment. It changes quietly, the moment you decide to speak.
So go ahead, say something today, no matter how small, because English isn't just a language, it's your way of opening the world.
We hope today's episode inspired you to see English not just as a language, but as a bridge to your next opportunity.
Maybe that opportunity is a friendship, a job, or just the confidence to speak out loud today. Whatever it is, keep moving, keep speaking, and trust the journey.
And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English. You never know, it might open a door for them too.
Thanks for listening to English with Tom and Julia. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself.
See you soon, everyone. Take care.